Hello class, so today I am here to discuss the condition of Indian economy at the time of British period. So when British came to India, India was in a very flourishing condition. India's cotton textile industry, handicraft industry was famous worldwide. But slowly, when British came to India, they came in the form of East India Company and eventually they took the administrative system of India. The famous Battle of Plassey in the year 1757, in which the Nawabs of Bengal lost in the hands of the British. And what happened is that after that the British captured the administrative system of India. So when they captured in administrative system of India, they started ruling us, they started exploiting us. They made our country a colonial economy. Now, what does a colonial economy means? A colonial economy means where foreign rulers come and rule the country with their own policies and rules and regulations. So they made India a colonial economy. The major reason to make India a colonial economy is what? Because at that time industrial revolution was going on in England. So to run those industries, they need raw materials and at the same time they need a market to sell their products. So what they made India? They made India a supplier of raw materials and the market of finished products. Indian economy was stagnant at the time of the British period. The stagnant means what? The economic growth was very slow. It was found that the economic growth at that time was less than 2%. Dadabhai Naoroji, who first estimated national income in India in the year 1867 to 1868, found that per capita income of Indians was rupees 320 and the national income of India was rupees 340 crore. So from this we can imagine that what was the condition of Indians at that time. They were earning rupees 20 in a year. So, Indian economy was also a backward economy at the time of British period. Now what does backward economy means? Backward economy means there is when there is no development. There was mass illiteracy. Almost 80% of the population was illiterate. There was high birth rate, high death rate, less medical facilities, high amount of poverty, and most of the people used to live in villages. So it totally signifies that our country was a very backward economy. Indian economy was a depleted economy. Depleted economy means what? An economy which is not in a position to produce anything new because of its previous use. So before British left India in the year 1947. So before they left, there was a second World War, and at that time the Indian industry supplied various products to the British, working day and night. So when British left India, the industries was not in a position to produce anything for the independent country because British did not make any replacement for this or any arrangement to develop these industries, and the wear and tear cost was very high. So Indian economy was a depleted economy when British left India. As the British ruined all the small scale industries, the traders or the weavers of the small scale industries, they started depending on the agriculture. Now when they become depending on the agriculture, there was excess supply of agriculture at that time period. And what happened is that since commercialization of agriculture took place, they started depending on the middlemen and traders to sell their products. As India got independence, our country got divided with Pakistan. So the basic rule of British was divide and rule policy. So when India got separated from Pakistan, the major problem is that many refugees they came and settled in India. So India was the center of refugees from Pakistan. There was scarcity of food because the fertile regions of Punjab, Sindh and many other places they went with Pakistan, and the population pressure left with India. On the other hand, cotton growing areas went with Pakistan and cotton mills stayed with India. Now what was the problem out of it? That the mills or the industries could not run because of lack of raw materials. So these are the features of Indian economy at the time of British period. Now what happened in the field of agriculture? Agriculture was also very poor condition. Now there are quite few number of causes of poor agricultural condition. The first is that the farmers used traditional method of cultivation and only for self-consumption. They didn't produce anything for marketable surplus. And second important point is that they were exploited in the hands of the zamindars. British appointed zamindars to collect revenue. But zamindars were the owners of the land and farmers are the tenants. Now what happened is that when the zamindars did not take any initiative to develop the agricultural system, they were just focused on the harvest and the revenue they should earn. The farmers were dependent on the monsoons. The British forced farmers to commercialize agriculture. Commercialization of agriculture means what? To produce cash crops instead of food crops. Now what is cash crops? Cash crops are those crops which generate a good amount of revenue, like cultivation of tea, coffee, jute, indigo. All these are what? Cash crops. So agriculture system was also not very good at the time of the British period. Indian industries also suffered at the time of the British period. Now what does it mean? British took the policy of deindustrialization, that is shutting down on the Indian industries. The main reason of deindustrialization was they want to make India an exporter of raw materials and importer of finished products. British took a very cruel discriminatory policy. Now what does the cruel discriminatory policy mean? Imports from Britain were made tariff free, while on the other hand, exports of Indian handicrafts to other countries was a huge amount of tariff was imposed. Now what does tariff mean? Tariff means a special type of tax which is imposed on export and import of goods and services. Or rather we can say when a country imports goods from other country, a tariff is imposed. So when tariff is imposed, it leads to what? It leads to increase in prices of the good. Then there were lack of capital goods industries, modern industries at the time of British period. When there is a lack of capital goods industries, it leads to what? It leads to non-expansion of other industries. Foreign trade also suffered a lot at the time of the British period. Now foreign trade, what happened is that British want to make India an exporter of raw materials and importer of finished products. So they tried to control over the Indian foreign trade policy, like taking tariff policy, taking this and that policy, so that the Indian exports become low down. In 1869, the Suez Canal was opened. Now after the opening of the Suez Canal, the shortest road and less time and with less transportation cost, goods were easily exported from India and brought from England. Because earlier they have to give a one round of the African continent. But after opening of the Suez Canal, the road was very short and at the same time it reduced transportation cost of the British. So British took control over the India's foreign trade, and almost 50% of the India's foreign trade was confined only to the England. Then whatever the surplus were earned from the foreign trade was used on the British interest. It was not used for the Indian interest. So all these are the negative the side effects, or we'll say the problems the Indian faced during the time of the British period. But some of the good signs which British did to India is a bit development of the infrastructure, like construction of railways. The first construction of railway was done in 1850 from Bombay to Thane, and it started on 1853. Introduction of postal services, telegram services, and so on. The population was also not very the quality population was not very at a different picture at the time of the British period. The year 1921 is called as the year of Great Divide, because before 1921 India experienced fluctuations in India's population, but after 1921 there was no fluctuations in India's population. Just it went growing up and up. The first census was done on 1881. There was mass illiteracy, female literacy was very low, high birth rate, high death rate, high infant mortality rate, and high maternal mortality rate was also there. And overall, it was seen a poverty, a very poor economy at the time of British period. So this is all about the chapter 1, the condition of Indian economy at the time of